Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to SIKIKA SASA, an initiative of Amkeni wa Kenya, the United Nations Development Program, in conjunction with KTN. We are live at the Heritage Five Islands Resort in Migori Town, Migori County. And for those of you who have never been here, don't know where it is, here's a bit of geography. About a 10-minute drive to the south is the Tanzanian border. Another 20 minutes to the northwest, you hit Lake Victoria. This is considered the melting pot of the region, the home of Sony sugar, tobacco, gold, and a whole lot of other resources. The people gathered here are from all over the country. Majority, Luo, Luya, Kuria, Kikuyu, Kisii, all here. In fact, let me give it a try by saying, Oimore uru. Mesema vizuri, Oimore uru. Murembe bosi. All right. We've got about a few hundred people here. We have a great panel of guests who I'll introduce in a short while. But first, we're going to take a look at a feature done by KTN's very own Dorcas Wangira on the problems, the issues, the challenges affecting the county of Migori. Let's take a listen.
Migori County, a melting pot of cultures. A key road through Isebania links Kenya to Tanzania. It is a critical linkage for the ethnic diversity with a significant bearing on lifestyles and economic activities.
We have a lot of gold in Nyatike. We have a lot of gold in Kuria. We also have water, so that means we have a lot of fish around. We have a lot of tobacco farming, sugarcane farming.
The people are largely subsistence farmers. There is no shortage of food, but advanced farming methods would probably go a long way to elevate living standards.
We want to support our farmers fully and be in close contact with them. We want to give them the knowledge, the current technologies of farming. And we are looking both in agriculture, we are looking in dairy industry.
Part of the sugar belt, Migori, however, continues to grapple with poverty. 45.6% of the population lives under the poverty line.
Wao wanachelewa kuharvest miwa ya wakulima. Alafu pia, hawa wakulima wakisha katiwa miwa kwa shamba, the factory doesn't take care of the cane because huwa miwa inakuwa weighed kwa factory. Sasa on the way, miwa huwa ina drop jiani, ingine wanakula. So by the time inafika kwa factory, unapata mkulima anaenda hasara.
The problem is when you rely on a cane, it takes so long, and then you begin to say, but this cane is not profitable.
Sugarcane is not the only cash crop grown here, but there is no respite for the farmers.
Pande wa tumbaku, mara mkopo, mara ni tumeshindwa sasa tuelekee sehemu gani.
Kwangu nimelima shamba kubwa, na zingine wanakuambia uchague hata grade 10. Wanaenda wengine wanakutupia, sasa unashindwa na hivi kwa vile tu tumeshindwa na mmea mwingine, ndio maana tunaendelea kulima hii.
We are looking at also introducing high returning crops in these areas where farmers grow tobacco, so that we can avail competitiveness, crops that can compete tobacco. So it is the farmer's option to to drop tobacco or to plant tobacco.
Governance here is the result of a delicate balancing act of the multi-ethnic community.
Kwa upande wetu sisi vijana, county inatupeleka vizuri.
Marginalization, I don't think is in Migori County, because at first we are at least balanced from the governor, deputy governor, senator.
Serikali yetu ambayo ni ya municipal huokota ushuru, lakini ile ushuru inapookota hatuoni kama inarudi kwa kusaidia mwananchi wa hapa.
Women and girls in parts of the county still having to contend with practices such as FGM and early marriage.
Kwa wasichana wanatairiwa kawaida. Hapa wanajesa litungu.
Kama bado hajatairiwa, hawezi kuolewa.
At the county level, we have to make sure that we reinforce the FGM bill down to the ground, to our leaders like the chiefs, so that we go back to the ground and tell the girls the side effects of FGM.
And so, which way Migori County? Dorcas Wangira, KTN.
Thank you very much. Thank you. That was a package prepared by KTN's Dorcas Wangira, the challenges, the issues affecting Migori County. I'm going to introduce my guest right now. Before I do that, you can tweet us, get online and engage us, because this is, after all, a live interactive program. The Twitter handles are at UNDP Kenya, at KTN Kenya. You can tweet me at Koinange Jeff, the hashtag SIKIKA SASA. We also have an SMS line. That number is 22151. Let's get busy. First of all, on my immediate right here, please welcome the governor of Migori County, Okoth Obado. Right next to him, representing Maendeleo ya Wanawake, please welcome Merinda Omahe. And on the far right, representing Sony Sugar, he's the head of agriculture, and he's sitting in for the MD. Please welcome Gabriel Nyangweso. Again, as I keep saying, this program is all about you. So get your questions ready. Let's ask the questions. Keep them short and to the point. And let's engage. First question will be mine as we roll out. Governor, as I said at the beginning of the show, this is probably one of the potentially richest counties in the country. Crossroads, it's the melting pot. It's got everything going for it. And yet, the challenges. I mentioned everything. Insecurity, carjackings, cattle rustling, marginalization, prostitution, HIV. Governor, what is your biggest challenge right now facing you here in Migori County?
Thank you very much, Jeff. First and foremost, let me say that I'm very, very thankful to the people of Migori who have given me this chance to lead them as their first governor. I know we have several challenges here, but I want to assure the people of Migori that me and my team, we are equal to the task. My first and foremost goal would be to see into it that our people are empowered economically. I designed a very, very good vision for the county, and we are all heading towards that vision. It is a very simple vision, a vision that is inspiring and indeed very encouraging. And it states, Migori County must be a very, very vibrant and prosperous county. And towards that, some of the goals that will make us to achieve that noble vision is, number one, socio-economic empowerment. And that is indeed a very, very broad topic. I'll be trying to address the problems of infrastructure. I'll be trying to address our health problems. I'll also be trying to address our education problems, and generally how we can be self-secure in terms of food. And when I talk about food security, we'll be talking about what to eat and even the surplus to sell to our neighbors.
Okay, I'll stop you right there, Governor, because the questions will be coming in very shortly. But let me go to Merinda Omahe. I talked about HIV, AIDS, and prostitution. There are people here, orphans, whose mothers and fathers have died from AIDS. They're being raised by their grandparents. What's Maendeleo ya Wanawake doing? Are you out there in the streets? Are you talking to the people?
Asante kwa nafasi hii ambayo ninayo furaha kama Mama Merinda Omahe, Maendeleo ya Wanawake. Mimi kama mwakilishi wa wamama Migori County, especially Kuria, nasema ya kwamba wamama kwa kweli tuko pamoja na county yetu ya Migori, ingawaje ijapokuwa tunakumbana na matatizo mengi kutokana na mila na desturi. Pia wamama wengi kama upande wa kwetu huko, elimu imetufanya tuweze kuonekana kwamba bado hatuko pamoja. Yani nasema kwa upande wa elimu, kwa sababu ya FGM inatukata mizizi, tukose kukua hata viongozi kwa namna fulani. Juu kama upande wa FGM imeturudisha nyuma sana. Wakati kaunti yetu inataka viongozi, sisi kama Wakuria huwa tukisha enda maneno ya FGM tunaona kwamba tumetosha, tunaolewa.
Okay, so you say education is the biggest problem, sio?
Yeah.
Elimu
is
the biggest problem.
Yeah.
Okay, hold that thought. Gabriel Nyangweso, Sony Sugar, the lifeline of Migori County. This is the lifeblood of Migori County. And then we hear issues such as late harvests, delayed payments, cane poaching, things like that. What are you doing to address these issues?
Thank you, Jeff. Maybe before I answer the question, I want to say that I came with the finance manager and the legal services manager and the agricultural planner. They are with me here. But to address the issue, what I want to say is that Sony was set for a purpose. The key objectives of setting up Sony were, I will say there are three. One was creation of employment in this region. Two was to stabilize the sugar imports or to avail sugar for the country's consumption. And three was to reduce the rural-urban migration. To that end, Sony has achieved. But with time, the challenges are there, and one of which we are experiencing now is, and is a major challenge is the reducing land size that is used for cane farming. Reducing land size.
Why is that?
The population has expanded, and with the cultural belief that each person must have his own home, wherever it is, then the lands available for development, for such development or for farming, is diminishing.
Delayed payments, people are always talking about that. What's the problem?
Now, on delayed payments, what I want to say is we are operating in a market which has got very unstable, it's unpredictable market, the sugar market. Payment is pegged to the sales of the commodity that we produce, that's sugar. So when the market is unpredictable, the chances of, we normally end up with problems of delayed sales, which impacts on the farmers as delayed payments. So that's the main challenge that we are having. And with that comes the element of the maintenance of the cane also going down because of the delayed payments.
In a word, would you say Sony Sugar has been successful? You've been there 20 years now, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, you've come a long way in 20 years. But are you where you need to be as Sony Sugar?
We are not where we need to be. We are planning ahead to do more things that can make Sony Sugar have several revenue streams. Because currently, their only revenue stream is sugar. But we are planning to have more revenue streams, and therefore, with that diversification, we are able to cushion our farmers and ourselves against the forces of the market, the bad forces of the market.
Okay, get your questions ready, ladies and gentlemen. Get your questions ready, please. Raise your hands, and we'll get to you in a moment, okay? Raise your hands. Governor, while they raise their hands, let me ask you real quick. Insecurity in Migori County. I hear it's a really big problem. Not just carjackings, taxis being stolen and driven across the border, but also cattle rustling, another sort of insecurity. People, we saw stories in the news, people are sleeping with their livestock in their homes for fear of the livestock being stolen. Okay. Is it that bad?
Jeff, let me say that insecurity is not even should not be considered as a county or national problem, but I think now insecurity is an international problem. But if I reduce it to our case here, the situation is not all that bad. I know that cattle rustling is predominant in certain sub-counties, more so the Kuria 2 sub-counties, and if you critically look at it, it is a cultural practice, which is like sports. So they enjoy it.
So you're saying on weekends, instead of playing football, we go steal some cattle? Maswali. Let's start over there, sir.
Thank you very much.
All right, okay, let's listen to the question. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you very much. I'm Unditi Joseph.
Go ahead, sir.
a member of civil society organizations in this county. I'm the coordinator for this county. I want to put my first question, direct to the governor. I read in the Constitution that the county government will play a civic education role. And yet, the governor has not called us, chatted with us way forward, how we are going to civic educate the citizens of Migori. We have registered a county forum, and our government seems to be silent about it.
Okay, that's your question.
Now, the second question goes to Sony.
Okay.
I want to know the premature harvesting and the helicopter harvesting being practiced by Sony, where their key people have fields. They harvest here, jump to the other side, and we are seeing. And a lot of sugar canes have dried in the farms after cutting. So you need to explain, and some money, some people are paid.
We get your point.
We get your point. I'm ending.
I get your point. Thank you. Governor, involving civic society and
Thank you very much. First and foremost, let me say that the county government is hardly 2 years. But so far, we have put in structures that will make us to execute our mandates. I know that we are mandated to carry out that civic education and really bring all our people on board in whatever we are doing. But I must say that so far, we are doing well. We have been engaging wananchi in all our undertakings. And to carry out civic education, I've just mentioned here that we have structures, and we are still moving on to putting up even better structures. As we go on, we realize the gaps that needs to be filled, and that is where we'll now bring on board the various organizations that will also be pulling towards our direction.
Governor, are you going to involve them,
yeah,
civil society?
We are going to involve the civil society because we want to be a very, very open government.
You hear that? You understand? So you need to keep engaging, okay? He said he's going to involve you. Make sure, okay? All right. Gabriel, premature harvesting, helicopter harvesting. What is that?
Thank you, Jeff. Let me respond to the issue of premature harvesting and helicopter harvesting. I want to say there's nothing called premature harvesting. What is there is we are harvesting different varieties at different times. They mature differently. Just as those who grow maize, there's 516 does not mature at the same time like 614. They mature differently. So the varieties that we develop in cane also have different maturing ages. And therefore, when we harvest one earlier, it's not early harvesting, but harvesting it at the right time, that is mature. Then the next question that was there was on the issue of the helicopter harvesting. I want to say the helicopter harvesting is a word that has been coined by the farmers to mean that we harvest this cane and then jump to the next one. This was there then, but it's no longer there, and it was there in the early 2000. What we are practicing now is what we call a site-wise harvesting, where if we go to a particular site in an area, we harvest all the mature cane, unless the weather is not favorable for that particular plot. Because within the same area or the same site, you may find some plots are in the boggy areas and some are in the uplands. So unless the weather interferes, we'll be able to harvest all the cane in a site-wise. We are practicing what we call site-wise harvesting.
Site-by?
Harvesting.
Are you satisfied? Okay. Wait to see. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead, it's on.
Thank you very much, Jeff. To Your Excellency, we appreciate what you have done in the health sector. But, you know, we're bordering Uganda and Tanzania, and there are people walking free without check at the borders. How are you prepared to deal with Ebola in case it enters into this county? 2, the donor funds are going down day by day, and HIV, you remember, is supported by foreign countries. How is your county government prepared to take over HIV sector? Now, maendeleo ya wanawake, we really don't understand your role. Can you clearly explain to this setting the role of maendeleo ya wanawake? Because we don't really hear what you are doing. We don't know exactly what you are doing. Thank you.
All right, maendeleo, let's start with you, Marinda. They don't know what you do.
Inajua ni nini tunafanya.
Hawajui?
Wanajua.
Haya, waambie.
Maendeleo ya wanawake ni shirika ambalo linasimama na wanawake na ni shirika linalo simama na kuelimisha mama ataelekea wapi na atafanya nini.
Hiyo tu.
Na pia
no,
tunaenda ameuliza hatujui tunafanya nini. Sisi katika maendeleo ya wanawake ni shirika ambalo linasimama na wamama na linaelimisha mama anaweza fanya nini pale nyumbani kusaidia jamii iweze kuendelea.
Okay. Just keep it down in the back. We just need to hear these people. Keep it down back there. Aya, Governor. Okay. Ebola. People are worried about Ebola coming across the border.
Jeff, I would like to assure the people of Migori and Kenya in general that we don't have Ebola cases here. Or what we must have read and heard about Ebola being detected within our boundaries is not true. And right now we are doing everything possible, including stationing personnel at our entry points to ensure that those who come in and are suspected to be maybe displaying Ebola symptoms are screened. But so far, I think it is not right for us to mislead the general public that Ebola is in Migori. Now, the second point is about HIV and donor funding. I must admit here that Migori is number 4 in terms of HIV new infections, and that is very, very unfortunate of fellow citizens, and I call upon you to be a bit reasonable in your social life. Now, about
Governor, you're telling the people to what?
It is bad. I want. Yeah. I want the people to exercise a lot of restraint so that we don't go that route of swallowing the tablets each and every morning. Now, I know that donor funding has been dwindling, but as a county, we are trying very hard to find some new avenues of supporting our health programs. Like on Monday, let me report that we'll be hosting a very powerful delegation here, led by none other than His Excellency, the President of this Republic. We'll also be having the ambassador to the US and also the ambassador, the High Commissioner to Britain, plus the President of the Global Fund. So those are our largest donors who will be supporting us on our health programs.
What are they coming to do, Governor?
They are coming to launch a very, very massive malarial campaign whereby the goal is to reduce drastically the malarial infections in this part of Kenya, and we are aiming at eliminating it. But if you can't eliminate it to 0 within 5 years, then you want to drastically reduce it. So that is what the high-powered delegation will be coming to do here.
Okay, good. Let's go on with questions. Go ahead.
My name is Otino CJ, and my question goes to the governor of Migori County. I want to appreciate your government for actively engaging traders, but I would wish to ask what is your government doing to ensure that all the trading centers, including the main market, that they're in good condition for trade, so that Migori County can be 24 hours economic county.
Governor, go ahead. Let's get another question while you're writing that down. Go ahead, ma'am.
Emma Ladza.
Emma, higher.
Emma Ladza. So my question goes to the maendeleo ya wanawake. Recently, we've been having the vetting process going on, and we saw the appointed member, the lady, Lucy Chelimo, who was to be the Kenyan ambassador to Canada, being asked something to do with the marital status. She was single, and she was asked, how is that going to make her, how is her status going to represent us in Ottawa? So my question is, should us women be married so that we can be given those top jobs, or what? And my second question goes to the MD, Sonny Sugar. Lately, we've been having the rumors that the sugar we are using is coming from our neighboring country, Tanzania. What don't we have that Tanzania has that make us import sugar from them?
Thank you. Thank you. Gabriel, let's start with you. Imported sugar. Go ahead.
Thank you for the question. I want to say that Kenya is operating under the Free Trade Agreement of COMESA. And the fact is that none of the COMESA countries has got surplus sugar. So when you see sugar coming from whether it's Tanzania, whether it's Uganda, it may not necessarily be from Uganda as the producer, but maybe it's just a conduit of passing it through to this country. So none of our countries, the COMESA countries, has got surplus sugar. So if you see sugar coming in, it's not COMESA sugar. And that's what is actually flooding the market to the extent that we are not able to sell our sugar appropriately to get the revenue to do our business.
Gabriel, where is that sugar coming from then?
The sugar that's coming from the outside the countries could be coming from the countries that are producing in excess, like Brazil is one of the countries producing in excess, like the Indian countries are producing in excess, and maybe the South African countries, Southern African countries are producing in excess.
What does that do to our farmers, our sugarcane farmers? What does that do?
What that does is that if the sugar coming in is not exposed to the tax regimes in the country, they'll sell at a lower price than our own sugar. And therefore, they'll undercut us in the market to the extent that we'll not be able to sell our own local sugar. The impact will be on the farmers now that we'll not be able to get revenue to pay them and do their own other things.
Okay, thank you. Marinda, swali hiyo ya vetting.
Kutokana na swali ambalo mama ameuliza ni sawa. Kile tu ambacho ningeliomba hata kaunti yetu ya Migori, tunaweza kujitokeza na kuomba hata mashirika mengine waweze kuleta uhamasisho ili tuweze kuona ni namna gani tunaweza kujiinua hasa sisi kama wamama katika hii area yetu ya Migori County.
Okay. Governor, real quick with that, with your answer.
Oh, okay. Now, on our markets and
quiet, please.
On our markets and the 24-hour economy, I think first and foremost, what has been making our traders to close business early is that our towns, nearly all of them, are not adequately lit. So we have a program of lighting up all our urban centers.
Lighting up, how soon? How soon is the program?
That is almost immediate, and we have started in a small way, but we are going to roll the program out such that in the next 4 years, I think everywhere will be lit. Together with that, we also have challenges to do with the shelter.
Okay. Governor, how soon can we say the city will be lit up? On 1 week, 1 month, 1 year?
No, we have started, Jeff.
You started?
We have started.
It's happening now?
Yeah.
There's some parts that are lit.
So it is a massive project that will be rolled out throughout this year, even next year, within this first term I'm serving.
Okay. Welcome back. Yeah, thank you. Welcome back to SIKIKA SASA live from the Heritage 5 Islands Resort in Migori Town, Migori County. And the people here are no doubt asking the right questions. You can tweet us at UNDP Kenya, at KTN Kenya, at Koinanga Jeff. The hashtag is SIKIKA SASA. Also, we have an SMS line, 22151. Governor Okoth Obado, there's a question before the break and you wanted to answer it. Sir, go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much, Jeff. I wanted to expound on how we can make our economy here be a 24-hour economy. And I just responded by saying that we are going to adequately light our urban centers. Besides that, we want to plan all our urban centers. Currently, most of them are unplanned, and we know that is not conducive for carrying on business. We also want to construct sheds or supply urban centers with water and even put up some toilets there. So we are ready to modernize even our markets. We want them to look nice, and we'll also beef up security. I think within the next 2 weeks, I'll be constituting my county security team. The names have already been forwarded to the assembly, and this idea of community policing, we are going to realize it very soon.
Okay.
So we then enhance security, good planning, lighting system. I think the hours of doing business will now be more.
Good. Yeah. There's a tweet that just came in that says the discussion is good, but we need more women voices. We need more women voices. Wanawake wa mama, tafadhali ulizeni maswali. Let me start with you. I'll come to you, young man. I haven't forgotten. Go.
I'm Marianne Omolo, media student, Maseno University. I have 2 questions to the governor. My first question is, what plans do you have to support young people in their talents and skills? Secondly, as media students, we need one media house in this county to help us in our attachment. Thank you.
We are here.
Sorry?
Sisi tuko hapa.
But that is not helping us in our attachment. We need something to support us during our attachment
pelekeni
sessions.
CV kwa governor.
Okay.
Governor, what are you doing to support young people?
Okay. Now, I'm committed to the affirmative action. And so far, if you look at what I've done, I've taken care of the youth also, and I'll continue to do that. I know that the people who leave college, they still need experience, and my government is going to avail to them chances for doing the attachments, or generally where they can sharpen the knowledge they got from school and also get a bit of the experience. So things like attachment and some contracts, we are going to give you that. And I'm also saying that when it comes to actual employment, we are not discriminating against the youth.
Governor, where can they send their CVs? Kwako?
I have my county public service board, and they can also visit. Yeah, nafikiri wako hapa.
Tuambie, who should they direct it to?
Yeah, nimeona moja pale.
Inua mkono.
Yeah, they can also see my human resources officer for those attachments.
Okay, you hear that? No. You hear that? Okay, young man, go.
I'm Nelson Mandela Ngau from Migori County. Mine is so emotional.
Go ahead.
Honorable Governor, I bow before you. My question is, there are people in this county known as orphans. These people, their parents died, nobody cares about them. If they go for a job application, you find that these people are left out. And somebody who is working in the office, his daughter or his son, he's getting a job, and these people are left. Nobody knows them. So how will you bind the gap between the poor and the rich? Somebody like me, if I tell you my story, Honorable Sir, you will cry. And please, I ask you to sympathize with orphans. And please, if it means amendment in the bill, so that even 20% of job opportunity be given to orphans, I'll appreciate and I'll be glad for that.
Hold on, Gao, what do you do?
Me, I hustle to live.
How old are you, Gao?
I'm 24 years old.
So when you say you hustle, what do you do? Do you sell?
Sometimes I drive, and I'm a taxi driver. We do what is called squad. So if I don't get money today, I sleep like that. So it is so sad for me. And my governor promised us that he will get something for us, but unfortunately, it's unfortunate. Yeah.
Okay. Hold on, Governor, hold on. Go ahead, sir, go ahead.
Thank you. I'm Tolbert Obondo. My question goes to the governor. Mr. Governor, I want you to take this about, there is said corruption in your government, or people close to you doing the supplies. Like of latest, there's a said last audit report revealing that a company belonging to your own son supplied your office with a bed worth 1.3 million. What do you say about that? It's an open secret.
Good. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, you first.
My name is...
Hello. Closer.
My name is Helen Onyango. My question goes to the maendeleo ya wanawake. Let me try putting it in Kiswahili. Apart from wanawake wanaokaa hapa na wasichana, unapata kuwa kuna wamama kule vijijini mashinani. Je, kuna mikakati ambazo unazoweka kufika kwa wale wanawake wajue kuwa kuna wale viongozi wao, ama ni unawahudumia wale walio vijijini? Because in Migori County we've got 8 sub-counties. Do you get to those women down there who cannot reach you in towns so that they can know what Migori County is all about, the developments there, because they're looking up to you in order to get everything that is running within the Migori County
so
as a woman?
Yeah, you don't think Maendeleo is doing enough?
No, because most of the women there, they don't even know that they exist. Yeah, they've never seen them. And neither do they get the news about the Maendeleo ya wanawake. They need to do that, to go to the mashinani, so that these people can know more about the Migori County and devolution thing.
Good. Next lady, go ahead.
I want to talk on 2 things. One, nataka kuongea juu ya sukari ya Sony. Moja ni kuwa sukari huwa inatoka nje, lakini ni ukweli kuwa mkipata ukweli kuwa ni kuwa ile sukari inatoka nje inakuwa iko contaminated. Sukari ya Sony huwa iko packed in a kg, quarter, 1 kg, 2 kg and even 5 quarters. Mbona mnaenda kununua ile sukari ambayo imepakiwa kutoka nje, ambayo sio ya Sony, na mnajua iko na virusi? Mbili,
ni swali unauliza au ni swali unajibu?
No, I'm giving a comment. 2, I want to comment that.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on.
2, nataka kusema hivi, isiwadhuru ni kuwa Sony huwa inauza sukari direct. Sony has an open shop. You can buy Sony sugar direct from Sony. Kama unataka a quarter,
okay,
nusu, ama
so, okay. All right. Mama.
Even if you want a quarter, if you want a half, if you want 2 kgs, so, you can buy it from Sony.
We heard
so
you.
So don't go to the shops, buy this competent sugar in another luggage.
Okay, Kachini. No.
I want to comment.
No comments. Only asking questions, okay? Marinda, maendeleo ya wanawake.
Sisi kama shirika la maendeleo ya wanawake huwa tunasimama.
Huyu mama hasikii vile unasema, tafadhali ongea na sauti.
Sisi kama shirika la maendeleo ya wanawake tuko tayari kuhamasisha wakina mama kwamba wajua kwamba serikali yetu ipo, lakini kile ambacho ningeliomba gavana wetu yuko hapa, kwa sababu wamama wengi hawajapata mwamuko wa kama uongozi. Ningeliomba wakati wanapo hata weka kamati zao wakumbuke kwamba mama yule wa kijijini ukimweka hata kwa kamati, kuanzia kule kwa ward, tuseme kwa ward kwa ward, akuwe kama member pale, kwa labda tuseme kwa CDF, huyo mama anaweza akapata mwanga ndio asimame kuwa kama mama na kuwa kama kiongozi. Kwa vile tuna viongozi wachache hata kwa kaunti yetu, kama ward rep wa mama, tungeliomba, maana wamama wanasimama na shida nyingi pale mashinani. Wakati wanapounda kamati, bwana gavana, wakumbuke kwamba wamama wapo na wanaweza fanya kazi nzuri kama vile wanaume wanafanya. Ndio sababu unaona kama huyu mama mwenzangu anaulizia kwa wale tutafanyaje waweze kuamuka. Na wamama sio kwamba hawawezi wakafanya kazi yoyote, isipokuwa mnapopanga mikakati yenu mkumbuke kwamba wamama wanaweza fanya kazi, waweke kwa kila kamati.
Lakini huyu mama anasema nyinyi hamujulikani huko vijijini.
Hamujulikani kwa sababu shirika letu la organization huwa hatuna kitu cha kutuleta kwamba tunafanya kazi ya kuvolunteer. Ndio sababu shirika la maendeleo watu wengi huwa wanasema halina kitu.
Lazima mfanye kazi yenu mama, serikali haitawasaidia. Haitawasaidia. Governor, the young orphan man here.
First, let me respond to the emotional sentiments that have been expressed by my brother Mandela. Let me say that the job vacancies that we have, we normally declare them. And if there's any where you have shown interest, I would be more than happy to know which particular one. And also, our job vacancies are open, ladies and gentlemen. We are not discriminating, as I said before. And it is also the wish of my government to empower the less marginalized members of the society. So if we get cases like that, we'll consider them. And to demonstrate that you are committed to what I'm saying, when the year began, we took care of several orphans whose cases were brought to our attention. So just find time and visit the county public service offices, and then just tell them that such a vacancy, you also expressed interest, and of course you must be having the minimum requirements.
Governor, what can he do? Who should he go see?
The chairman, county public service board, and in the absence of the chairman, I have my chief of staff here, Joshua. Maybe you can see also Joshua here.
Joshua is a man with a powerful name, Nelson Mandela. Musaidieni huyu, Musaidieni.
Then the second.
Second is about corruption.
Yes, let me.
Yeah, the man asked about corruption. Ngoja.
Yeah, let me respond to this one here. Bwana Bonyo has mentioned something to do with the audit report. Let me inform this gathering that so far, what has been in circulation is called a management letter. The audit report is yet to be released. And it is unfortunate that people are not understanding clearly what a management letter is supposed to address, and they are now rushing into conclusions.
So are you denying the fact that this company, alleged company owned by your son?
I'm denying, and I'm very, very sure that my son doesn't own a company. That one I'm very sure.
So this open secret they talk about, is that lies? Is that innuendo? Is that made up?
No, I know that there's some propaganda circulating here about a management letter, or that somebody with very, very bad intentions, high malice, decided to circulate to the public.
So Governor, are you telling these people here and those people watching on TV that you're taking care of corruption in this county?
I'm taking care of corruption, and I want to assure them that me and my government, we want to exercise zero tolerance on corruption.
And if this audit report comes out and it cites corruption in your government, what are you going to do?
Now, if those cases are brought to my attention, then of course I must deal with them. And we are also aware that we have agencies that are directly handling corruption cases, like the ethics and anti-corruption. We know what they do. And the wananchi are generally at liberty to inform them of any corrupt practices that come to their attention.
Okay, yeah. More questions. Who has the microphone? Go ahead.
Thank you very much. My name is Emma Ogutu. I'm a resident of Migori town. I have two questions that are going to Mr. Gabriel Nyangweso, Sony Sugar representative. My first question is, why don't we have a sponsorship or scholarship for education in Sony Sugar? Because it should be part of your corporate social responsibility. Since I was born, I've never heard you advertising that people should go and pick sponsorship or scholarship forms to fill. My second question is about accidents that are happening on our highways. It is directly connected to Sony Sugar because you find that your tractors that are carrying cane, they don't have indicators, they don't have headlights. So you find that when they have mechanical problems, it is a little bit hard for the drivers to know that cane truck is actually on the highway. So what are you going to do so that you ensure that your cane trucks have headlights and also indicators to make the motorist aware that something is wrong on the way? Thank you.
Great, thank you. Sir.
Now, I am called Shem Were. I am the president of Migori County Youth Organization called Yes Youth Can, Migori County Youth Forum. I am the president and I have two questions to the governor. One, recently we had a problem with the border operators asking why they are being mistreated by your officers, where some of them were employed and they have been told to leave the jobs that they were employed. So one of the question is, what is your office doing to assist the borders?
Okay,
Two.
That's fine. One question. There's many questions in this room. Okay,
just
go.
One question, sir.
That's it.
It's okay, sir.
Go.
Thank you so much, Jeff.
Relax.
My name is Caleb Opondi. I'm the executive secretary in NAT Migori branch. Now I have a few questions to our governor. In our many schools, we have children who do very well in class 8, and some also do very well in Form 4. What plan does your county government have for such needy children who may fail to pursue their education into the next level? Do you have a kit which you have set aside such that these children can get sponsorship? Secondly, our county is also endowed with some resources. For example, we have minerals, we have also sand harvesting, we have tobacco, but we find that some of these resources do not support our education sector, whereby there is use of child labor. Does your county have any program such that these endowed resources can uplift the standard of education in our county? Lastly, we have also sand which is being harvested here in Migori, and also tobacco farming, and also pineapple growing. Does your county government have any plan whereby we can have even a pineapple processing factory in Migori, or even a tobacco processing factory here in Migori, instead of taking these our resources to other counties where they are processed?
Fine, go.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm Obriano Chiem. Jadung Obado, Machigini, Ora, Nyasari. My questions goes to, one is about infrastructure. The Matan company is doing the networking of the road, but the site they are supposed to hire, they have taken what we call Sokomijinga. So our women don't go to the market because Matan have taken the market. So Wanalala hungry. Two, in Migori County, there is no fire extinguisher. Nyumba zinachomeka na kuna hali. Jadongo baribi njumano doka. Ya mwisho, nepotism in the office. Chaplain, you are in law. Deputy Sergeant of Arm, you are in law. Kitchen, ule anatengeneza chai, you are in law. Speaker, you are in law. Revenue clerk, you are in row. Just to mention a few, that won't lost gig or Briano Paint, you come on.
Okay. Ero Kamano. One more, and then we start answering. Go ahead. Keep it down, people. It's getting hot in here.
Thank you.
Go. Huh?
Thank you very much. My name is Calvin Sotieno Odopo. I have some few questions. First question goes to...
No, listen. It's 8. It's time for the news, okay? Please. Yes. Ask one question and then we move on.
Let me ask Sonny one and Governor one and then I finish. Sonny Sugar, don't tell us that the importation of sugar is not there. Is there the cartels behind this thing are top politicians in Migori County? Take a bull by his head. People of sugar are selling their here in Migori, and yet you are watching under your watchdog. Mr. Governor, we want to know, you were quoted in the media last week that you are closing Mastermind Tobacco Factory in Migori. Mastermind has employed so many people in Migori. And if in case you are closing Mastermind, why are you leaving other tobacco companies like BAT, where you are living now? Why are you leaving Alliance One? We don't know, and we need an explanation why you are closing one company and leaving the rest.
Okay.
The last one.
No, we get your point.
We have blackout in Migori. What is your Ministry of Energy doing with the blackout in Migori and tribalism and nepotism in your office?
Okay, what we're going to do now, we're about to go into the news, but before we do that, I'll give you all 2 minutes each, or a minute each, to wrap up and answer as many of the questions as you can. We go to the news and we continue. Merinda, start with you. You got a minute, go. Okay, Merinda, if you have nothing to say, go ahead. Gabriel, you go.
I had a question on a question was asked on the scholarship.
Keep it down, people, keep it down, please. Go ahead, Gabriel.
A person asked on this issue of the scholarship that can be offered by Sony Sugar.
Yes.
I want to respond that Sony is a parasocial under the Ministry of Agriculture. And by the act that established Sony Sugar Company, in no way did it mention that Sony will offer scholarships. We are limited by the way that we are a parasocial under the ministry. We cannot offer any scholarship.
Okay. Accidents on highways.
Then the next one is on accidents on highways. I want to appreciate that this is a concern that is to both of us, the companies, Amela, and the people living in the area. But we are doing something. Annually, we do about 700 kilometers of road to reduce this. We have also created diversions off the main road.
Yeah, she said simple things like headlights on the tractors.
Yes, I'm coming to that. We have created diversions from the main road so that the tractors don't go on the main road. And we have also improved on the number of bridges so that we are able to cross many off the main road, off the tarmac. We are able to use those ones.
Okay, quickly address the cartels.
Now, the issue of cartel, I think he got me wrong. What I said is that there is importation coming in, importation of sugar coming in. As Sony, we have no powers to stop them. We have no powers to stop them. The government should be able to stop them. So we are only operating the market the way it is. We cannot stop them.
Okay, Governor, your turn.
Okay.
Border mistreatment.
Border. Let me say that the border people have got it totally wrong. First and foremost, this is a team that we have really been trying to assist. Before I came in, they were being charged a lot of money. In fact, cumulatively on a daily basis, they were paying 20 shillings at each and every barrier. But when I came in, I said, now look, we can lessen the load for them. Let's put 100 shillings per week, which literally translates to around 14 or 17 shillings per day. But still, they were of the opinion that they were being overcharged. So it is just a preconceived idea that we must give this Obado at least some problem or some headache. Now, of late, I even went and promised the border that I would support them, I would empower them by giving them some few border to operate. And as you know, Jeff, that there are procedures to be followed. You can promise something, but you must follow the procedure. You can't do it the next day. And I've been doing that, waiting for the opportune time to give them the border.
Governor, let's move on. Tobacco farming.
What I'm doing to assist the Standard 8 and Form 4 school leavers, we are on track, and already we have put up polytechnics. We are even going to put up better ones. Like on Monday, when my powerful visitors come, they will be going to launch or to put a foundation stone for the first technical training institute. So those will be avenues that will provide the youth with opportunities to acquire skills that can support them in their later lives. Now, on resources that should support education, yes, I agree. We are endowed with a lot of resources that have not been fully maximized. For example, our mineral resources, even our sand, right now they are going at a waste, but we want to nurture them and bring them into more productive use that will even go towards the support of the youth.
Governor, let's address the nepotism question. Nepotism.
Okay, nepotism. In all, I have around 1,500 employees. And what my good friend there said, he has just mentioned a few, and he's not getting his facts right. For example, the chaplain to the county assembly, and I'm very right there. The county assembly members are here. He's a pastor from Kamagambo. He's not the one they are thinking about here. I know there's also another guy who is also a preacher, but he's not the chaplain of the assembly.
All right. Governor, what about the guy who makes tea?
Yeah, that is now personal stuff, like somebody cooking in my house.
Okay,
really,
fine.
You can't say that.
Lastly, Governor, Mastermind. Did you call for it being shut down? Real quick.
The reason why I kicked out Masterminds is that they are impoverishing the farmers. They promise the farmers goodies, very, very sweet things. Like they tell them that they will be paying far much higher than the rest of the players in the field. Unfortunately, they end up not paying the farmers. Like now, since they took their leaves last December, they have not paid. These others are paying. They are not even supporting the farmers in terms of inputs. So these are guys who are just out to impoverish my farmers, and I'm saying a big no to that.
Excellent. Okay, look, now I know there's many questions, Governor.
On the blackouts,
blackout energy,
Yeah. Right now, we are enforcing this line from Kisii all the way up to Sony. It will be transformed there. I know that currently the lines serving us are not carrying adequate power. So the power blackout is soon coming to an end.
How soon?
The lines are already being constructed.
How soon, Governor? Give us a date.
Let me give them 2 months.
2 months.
To be precise. Yeah,
2 months.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. All right. I know there's many questions. We have to take another break and pay the bills. Gentlemen, ladies, please forgive me, but I know you're asking the right questions, and it's good you have the right people here. Let's keep asking the questions. For now, what we're going to do is SIKIKA SASA is going to take a break. We're going to go into the prime time news and then come back inside the news and keep chatting throughout the next 30 minutes or so. So keep tweeting at UNDP Kenya, at KTN Kenya, at Koinange Jeff. The hashtag is SIKIKA SASA. SMS line 22151. Kwa sababu kama si sasa. All right, we'll take a break. Come back in a moment.